Dela write my MVVs. Welcome. You mock me. You mock my effort and expose me to unprecedented mockery by letting Queen Naomi go. I stand all alone in this palace as your wives disparage me. Dr. Lizzy allegedly cried before Ooni of Ife as she left. They said effort to try and convince Dr. Elizabeth to stay from the royal family has also proved abortive because she feels really bad and she feels alone in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. You know, a lot of people will say, why is she taking it so personal? Why would she leave her marriage because of Olori Naomi? You know, it is easy for people to ask this kind of questions, especially when they are not in the same, situation that others are in. Look, Dr. Lizzy was that one woman who stood for Olori Naomi. Dr. Lizzy was that one woman who supported the Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi. Dr. Lizzy went out of her way to arrange meetings, vacations. As a matter of fact, they said that even that Lekki resort house, that she was the one that they had bought that resort house for a very long time. They were not using it. According to what we heard, that she was the one who even made them to go and renovate that place so that Kabiyesi will have a place to be going to be spending time with Olori Naomi. Now, because she knew that Kabiyesi loved Olori Naomi, because she knew that each time that Olori Naomi is not in the life of Kabiyesi, Kabiyesi feels really, really bad. She knew all of these things, and she was not ready to continue to allow her husband feel that way. And so she did everything that was within her power to ensure that they reconciled. And they reconciled. Now, you do know that the other Oloris are really not in a good place with Dr. Elizabeth. The reason happens to be that they feel that Dr. Elizabeth is one of the biggest reason why, this relationship between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi worked out. They feel like Dr. Elizabeth is not on their side. They feel like Dr. Elizabeth is, as a matter of fact, as far as these other women are concerned, Dr. Elizabeth is an alien. So right now that they moved into the palace, we heard that Dr. Elizabeth is being alienated. Yes, so in the palace, in her own matrimonial home. They have everything like Oletik. They said that Oletik does not, spend one moment without, passing and throwing jab at Dr. Elizabeth, and that the thing is very ugly that is going on in the palace. And you do know that at this point, it's not as if Kabiyesi is there protecting Dr. Elizabeth. Naomi is not there, and because Naomi is not in the palace, Kabiyesi is not resting. Omo, the man is busy pursuing Naomi up and down. Dr. Elizabeth in the palace is busy getting her jabs up and down, and the Oloris are not taking it lightly with Dr. Elizabeth. As a matter of fact, if there is as soon as Naomi succeed, as in if Ooni gives Naomi freedom, the next person that is likely to leave that palace is going to be Dr. Elizabeth, because the Oloris are going to make that happen, make her life miserable and all of that. They mock her so much, and so because of this, they say she has cried. Before she left and said she was going to go and rest with her parents, they say she cried so much, telling Kabiyesi that Kabiyesi mocked her, that Kabiyesi, ridiculed her, that right now she stands alone in the palace of the Ooni of Ife, that there is no way she can be comfortable staying there without Olori Naomi. In fact, they say she's very devastated. And they said that the Ooni of Ife has really begged Dr. Elizabeth to try and wait that he is going to fix things between himself and Olori Naomi. Dr. Elizabeth refused to stay and she left. Now, they said basically it's not as if she left like she is divorcing the Ooni of Ife. They said she said that she is leaving to go and find some rest in her parents' home, that she is exhausted with all the wahala, the gbasgbos that is happening in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dela Rama. Bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Esheo, adukbeo, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And do not forget to turn on the notification bell. And do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Now, it's not a smart, as we are hearing. They say Dr. Elizabeth cried so much that since she came into the palace of the Ooni of Ife, one of the biggest fight that she has had to encounter was the fight to bring Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi back together. And she fought so hard and she succeeded. Now, this is not to say it was only Dr. Elizabeth's effort, but it was a collective effort from a lot of people who thought that they won. Now, Dr. Elizabeth is instrumental to their settlement. Yanifa is there. Reverend Esther Ajay is there. Reverend Runke is there. The Legishis, they are there. And Deji of Akure is there. So many people. Babaropo now, Paropo now, everybody, they were there and they did everything. Queen Naomi's mother also tried, okay? Even though Queen Naomi's mother wanted it to be Queen Naomi's decision, so people will not call her name again. But all these people are said to have tried so well to bring this couple back together, only for it to just crumble the way it crumbled. And Dr. Elizabeth has been very, very devastated over, the situation in the palace, with the way they keep mocking her left, right, and center, called her all sorts of names. And you know that she's one of those people who is looking so forward to having a child for Kabiyesi. Up until now, you and I know that nothing has happened so far. At least, I think 2 weeks ago we saw her. She's out, so nothing has happened. So they say that people like Oletik, they use that to throw jab at her. That people who are empty, who don't have anything, they will come and think they have a right to make decision. They'll come and think they have a right to keep her outside. Who born them, who goes there, and all of that. And Oletik has this kind of childish attitude. You see the way she behaves. And even on that day where they were naming Ebony's twins, she was there. She had to strut to show to Ebony that Ebony cannot tell her what to do and what not to do. She did her strutting and she came in and they videoed her. They sent the video to Ebony and all of that because they say proud to that day because of the statement that Ebony made, that and she said that she gave birth to the crown prince. They had a very serious altercation, that the altercation between Ebony and Oletik, and the thing snowballed into something else where they started, hitting each other with what, and it was there that few days to the naming, Ebony warned Oletik that she does not want to see Oletik in her naming, that she should not show her face there. Oletik came, not only she dressed well, and she strut into the venue and they sent picture to Ebony. So all of those things are things that very little children will want to do, and Ebony Oletik is doing them. And they say that's the same way she expresses herself before Dr. Lizzy in the palace, and Dr. Lizzy cannot take it anymore. And they say that's why she cried and told Kabiyesi that Kabiyesi mocked her and exposed her to ridicule by making the kind of decision that he made, and that she cannot say again, that she wants to go to a place where she can have some peace and some rest. And this is a lesson to a lot of people. It's important for you to know that your husband may not necessarily own the entire world, but marry a man that you can call your own. Because you see, polygamy is not your mate. Polygamy is not a joke at all, at all, at all. It is not a joke. The competition, the fight, and everything is usually overwhelming. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.